Here is the final look of the two piece. I closed one of the slits, then I left the other slit for you guys to see, but I'm going to close it. I prefer it without the slit because this is really colorful. Don't really like the fabric or the color that I used. So this is it. This is the back. It's giving. It came out beautiful. I'm here to hem it. So this is the final look. I made this for myself. So I'm gonna head to draft out the back, which is your normal regular way of drafting the back. So the crouch, I extended it by 1.5 inches. So please, when you are doing this, remember to fold in that zipper allowance. So the hip part 1.5 inches, the knee part 1 inches, and the hemming part 1 inches. Remember to go up by 1.5 or 1 inch for your this thing, for your bottling. So the next thing is to split the front pattern because it has a slit. So this is the way you achieve the slit. So you are going to split it, then when you are cutting it out, add ½ inch to that front part for the joining allowance. When you are cutting it on your fabric, you place it and add half inch allowance. So this is the one part of the front. We are going to cut this on fold. So the hip part will be on fold and the crouch parts will be on fold, and remember to add ½ inch allowance that you are going to use to join it. So that is what you should do here. So once you place it, you start cutting it out. Add ½ inch allowance to the center. So that is what I'm going to do here. Then cut out. Other parts will just be equal, just exactly what you have there. So here I was done cutting it, and this is how it looks like. This is the part that is going to the crouch. So you are going to cut the, and this is the part that is going to the waist. So you get the hip part and the crouch part and join together. So you are going to join this with ½ inch. That ½ inch that you brought out, that is what you are going to join it with. So for the slit, you measure from the hemming line, from the hemming point, then you measure the length that you want. So I use 10 inches. That is the wideness for my slit. That is the length of my slit. So you are going to join the zipper allowance, join it with 1 inch. Then when you get to the crouch part, you join it with ½ inch. And this is the top. It just we made a top. That high-low shade that we made is just something like that. So you are going to fold the top in. You are going to leave it on fold. Then that 2 inches that will marked out, you are going to sew on that 2 inches line. Then stop on the then get where you want your slit to start from, or where you want it to stop from. I use mine stopped 10 inches before the hemming line. So I cut out a facing. I'm just going to turn the armhole. I'm not going to turn the neckline. Remember that we are going to be adding a turtleneck. The neckline is a turtleneck. So I'm going to mark out that 2 inches before. You need to turn the armhole before sewing on the 2 inches line. So here I was done joining it. I was done joining the back crouch. Then remember that we are not adding this a zipper to that, so I cut out a facing for the back. So this is the one piece of the back, one side of the front, sorry. So this is how it looks, and this is how it's looking. So the next thing now is to cut a facing because I'm not adding a band to this. So I'm going to get the front part, place it on a fabric, then cut out. I'll measure it. Just watch the way I'm doing it. And the facing will be 3 inches long. The length will be 3 inches. The wideness depends on your waist. So that's why you need to place your front pattern on it before cutting it out. And remember that I'm here to join the zipper allowance. So this is how you are going to turn it, sew it on with a straight stitch, and the top stitch it and flip it to the wrong part. So this is the 2 piece for the band. It's not band, the facing. so I did not add a facing to this. And remember that the front has a zipper. It just has a straight zipper. I didn't do a zip fly for this, so this is what you have. So I've gone ahead to join the facing, then I've ironed flat that pleat. The pleat, that is the way we made that shirt, that is the same way. So I've ironed it down, and my slit length is 10 inches. You can make yours 12, 11 or so. So this is it. The next thing is to join it with ½ inch. I use ½ inch because I don't want it to be fit that really fitted. So this is how you are going to turn the armhole. So you take the back and use it to cover the front armhole and hold it with your allowance, the amount of allowance that you wish to use. So this is just it, and just close up the top. So remember that this is a turtleneck gown top. There's no way it's going to pass through your hair if you don't add a zipper allowance. So after joining the pleat this way, this is the back part, you are going to slit it, but you are not slitting it all the way down. Maybe you can just slit it up to 18 inches. So from this is the neck part. Please slit the pleats, only the pleat. So I'm going to slit it up to 18 inches. That is the 2 inches allowance I brought out for the slit for the pleat allowance. I'm going to slit it open, but I'm not slitting it all the way down. So once you get to your 18 inches line, you are going to notch it deep just to separate it this way, because we are going to be attaching a zip to this. So once you have it like that, you're going to open it up. Remember that there's a stitch that is holding it, so you are going to open that stitch all the way to and all the way down to the 18 inches that you slitted that part. So I'm going to open it up, and once it gets to that 18 inches line, I will stop there. So this is it. I'm going to back stitch on that. Then this way that line is where I'm going to attach my zipper, that 2 inches line. So the line, after ironing it, you would see that the line is very visible. That is where you are going to attach your zipper. So you attach your zipper, and please remember that you are adding your neckline. So once you are done attaching your zipper, you are going to measure around your neckline. You measure around your neckline in order to cut out the turtleneck part. So whatever you have, you divide it by 2. You add maybe ½ inch allowance, which is not really needed here. So this is the fabric that is left that I'm going to be using for the neckline, for the neck, sorry, for the turtleneck. So you are going to fold this in a bias form. You are folding this in a bias form. This is the perfect way to cut out a turtleneck that will last very well. If you use this method, it will come out very well. It will not have any gaping. So from that point now, I'm going down by 13 inches from the point of that from the point of that flame. I'm going to go down by 13 inches. That will be my radius. So I'll take that 14 inches all the way around. You can measure it. So after that, you measure the neck width that you measured. You are going to get it there. So after taking down the 13 inches, this depends on the neckline that you got, but 13 to 14 works very well. So once you get that 14, I'm going to measure it to get 9.5 or so. So once you get that 9.5, I'm going to rule out the line very well. So I'll still measure just to make sure that my line is very accurate. So that's my 13 inches line. I did not add any allowance. There is no point adding allowance to this. So once you have your 13 inches line, you get the length of your you get the length. So from that point now, from that 13 inches line, I went up by 2.5 inches. That's how wide I want my turtleneck to be. That is the length of my turtleneck, 2.5 inches. So after joining it, I will have like 2 inches or 1.5 inches left. So I'm going to cut it. I've checked to see where my measurement started from, so I'm going to cut off that place because it's not needed. So this is what I have. You're going to cut 2 pieces of this, then iron a very light interface on it. So you are going to cut the face in 2. This was not enough, so you get another fabric, cut your facing on another fabric, and that is it for the turtleneck. This works very well. You can use it to cut, you can use this method to cut any turtleneck and to come out very well, to lap very well. So this is it. Once you have it, you are going to notch the midpoint. So this is how it's going to look. Please, the white part is going to your the small part is where you're going to stitch on, then the white parts will be attached to your top, to your neckline. So the smaller parts will be the parts that are going to close up, then the white part will be the part you are going to attach to your neckline. So I've done this here. Sorry that I didn't show this part. It's just to turn it, then attach it round. Just attach it the normal way you attach your neckline, your collar and all that. Just use one, attach one, then use one to cover the rough part. So that is just it. And I've inserted my zipper, and here is the trouser part. I don't really like this fabric that I use because that is too colorful. So I just advise you to just use a plain fabric. So I'm not with the slit, due to the fabric is very light, so it did not really accept the slit part. So I'm going to close it up but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to show you guys. Just once you close it, you are going to fold it before the hemming line.